And it's really interesting. I shared a very basic metaphor with somebody the other day around goals and having a direction. And this person had said, look, goals for me, they've never really worked. I don't understand the connection for them. I really don't understand why having a vision and goals associated with that vision really matters because, things change so rapidly. And, it's really quite interesting. The short easy metaphor to understand around creating direction here is that if I said, hey Brad, let's jump in the car, we're going to go for a drive, you grab your keys and I'll meet you at the car, and we get in the car and you sit in the driver's seat, you've got a key and you put it in the ignition, said, right, Shondell, where are we going, which direction do I head? And I said, well, I don't know, let's just drive, right? You'd probably be a little bit disconcerted about the fact that I don't know if I've got enough fuel. I don't know if we're going to encounter traffic. Do I need, certain tolls for different roads that we might go on? How long are we going to drive for? All of these really simple, basic principles around a very simple, like rudimentary kind of metaphor. It's really setting a direction and charting a course for what we would like to achieve, and to have that confidence and that courage that the things that we're doing are actually contributing to something bigger than just what is the to-do list for the day. And I think what that does is it gives us a sense of momentum. And when you have a sense of momentum, it brings confidence. And another challenge around the mindset of goals, particularly in today's climate, is the fact that I think we have such an instant gratification kind of society. Many of the people in the emerging leadership generations have come through with Google at their fingertips. There's never really been a need to wait for information. I mean, some of us here on this call today remember times where you go, oh, what was that movie that such and such was in? And, how old is that actress or what have you? And what happens now is we pull out our smart device and we ask the Google and we get an answer in zero point 0.8 seconds or something like that. And so there's no waiting that goes on ever. And so because we don't necessarily have to wait for things, we've lost the fundamental understanding of what it really means to actually set what is a goal. And we find often in our leadership programs, and believe it or not, in all generations, whether we're working with emerging leaders or whether we're working with people who might be in the X generation, in some cases in the boomer generation, we're seeing that more and more people have lost touch with what it means to actually write a vision, to write a goal. And they're mistaking what a goal is with instant gratification states and feelings. Like, Alex, I know we've had people ask us all the time, or we'd ask them about their goals and they write goals to be happy or goals to be confident, right?
Absolutely. And this is the thing that people, need to stop and slow down and ask themselves, what is it that you want? And, we all associate a state with what it is that we want. So obviously the goal is something that we're actually aiming to achieve or something that we're wanting to accomplish. We want to make sure that we can see ourselves accomplishing whatever it is that we're actually wanting to achieve. And of course, then the state will come. And of course, that will act as a driver and help keep that motivation going. But I feel that, it's a really important point that, people really need to know what is it that they actually want? What are you looking for? What are you looking to achieve? And do you have clarity on that? And is everybody around you clear as well? Because once again, it's not just your state, but it's the team as a collective whole. Everybody buys in. It's that energy, of course, that helps propel you. But I just feel like that's just something that's worth mentioning is, what is it that you want? When was the last time you sat down and were really clear on what it is that you want and that you are wanting to achieve? And understanding that how is it going to make you feel when you get there? And it's being able to try it on. It's being able to envisage that you're actually already there and that you've already actually achieved it. And of course, once again, the state is the driver.